All right. Well, good morning. All of our crafty friends out there in Craftland. You're at Memory Bound Paper Craft Store in Ankeny, Iowa, and this is actually our Friday video because yesterday we had a little technical trouble, and we apologize for that. If you were here or looking for a video, we had several people contact us because they were trying to find our video. A lot of our later viewers that can't watch live, and they couldn't find it, and that's because we had a little trouble yesterday. So we're sorry about that. You know, sometimes you can't do anything about technology. So here we are on a Saturday morning. You know, I remember my Saturday mornings as a kid, and it involved a bowl of cereal with lots of sugar, the sugariest kind you could get, and Saturday morning cartoons. So I hope that your morning this morning involves Memory Bound Paper Craft Store in Iowa, and we have a lot of new stuff to show you, and that's what I was really disappointed about yesterday. But we're here today, and whether you're watching live or later, welcome. We're going to talk about all the things we did this past week, and then we're launching officially our new junk journal kit, which is the 2026 Life Moments. And I've done a few pages, and Teresa's done a few pages, so we're going to tell you about that and show you everything that comes in those bundles. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3. We got the new release from All and Create and a bunch of new things from Reminisce. And you guys, Reminisce is special because they are neighbors to Memory Bound. They're about an hour and a half away east of Ankeny, where we're at. So they're an Iowa company and independently owned. And so it's really nice to support them. And they have good theme stuff, including Slumber Party. So I can't wait to show you that also. So I think, I don't know if our comments are going well.
Yeah.
And you guys, you know what? Janet's here in the background. Her little fingers are going to be linking. And Doug is behind the camera drinking. So Doug, thank you for being here.
Good morning, everyone.
So, and are you going to put comments on, Doug, on the screen? Are you going to be able to share comments?
Sure.
Okay. All right, Doug's here for a while. If he leaves, it's okay. We'll make it. So anyway, what I want to start with, we're going to switch cameras, and I want to start and tell you about all the cool things we did this last week, because sometimes it's nice to reflect and see what happened during the week, because you forget. I forgot until I went and gathered up this bucket of things. So we're going to start. I'll try to go chronological, but we started the week. We had Peggy here, and I know that you guys love Peggy Days. She's kind of our layout specialist, does lots of layouts, 12 by 12, and she did some and showed us some of her tricks using They Say It's Your Birthday collection from Cartabella. That's our newest birthday collection here at the store, and I really like it. It's got soft colors, and I'll show you her layouts. As she was roaming the store, she found these thickers called Hooray from American Crafts, and she decided to add them to her pages too. So we're going to show you those. And here is layout number 1. Now I'm going to tell you guys, this is a color copy. It's not the original, but isn't it amazing? We have a copy machine here at Memory Bound, and it is, I've got to scooch this stuff over just a little bit, guys. And anyway, if you have a layout you want to copy, bring it in and we can do that. And it's amazing because you just want to touch it because it looks so dimensional. All right, so that's one of her layouts, and these are her cute little grandsons. And here's her other layout, and you'll see this banner here that says Party. That's from those American Crafts. Oh, I have to bend over to get those, you guys. That's from these banner stickers. And you actually get 2 sheets, so 2 6 by 12, and they are chipboard. And I thought it was really brilliant that she added those on. And she's got stenciling on here. And here's the layout she did with the die from Pink and Maine, the little diamond die. Looks like that's Max's 6th birthday. And then here's another one that she used 6 of those banners chipboards. So we had a great layout day. You know, a lot of people do take pictures at birthdays, so that was perfect. And then moving on in the week, we had Sarah came in. Let me grab these out of here. Sarah came in and she made some cards with the Pink and Main Sending Love card kit. And this is $19.99. It makes 8 cards. It's got envelopes. It's got enamel dots. And I'll just spread these out a little bit so you can see them. It looks like Rhonda said, Peggy gave such good tips. We got a lot of people chiming in about the cold weather, and it's really windy here in Ankeny, Iowa, and cold and nasty. Now this is a bonus card. So let me get the real, I don't want to say the real cards, but let me get some of the cards that are with the kit, and then I'll show you the bonus cards. Sarah said she had lots and lots of extra pieces. So these are the cards that come in the kit. It's $19.99. It's called Sending Love from Pink and Main. And then Sarah went and she made 5 bonus cards. And you guys, she still had things left. So there's a couple of them. And then she's got the cupcakes. And she made a Polaroid card with the camera. And then here's another bonus card. She added a paper. She added a pattern paper, but used all the extra pieces of ephemera. And I did have a meeting with Pink and Main this week, and I was telling them about how great their card kits are. And they said sometimes if they have extra space, I guess when they're printing their ephemera, they'll add extra. So a lot of times they will have extra ephemera in their kits. Doug, can you get me one of these? Oh, wait, I'll use this one. I'll use this one. Okay, then we had, Teresa was here, and we had a really good Teresa day. And she made Valentine cards using some of the Tim Holtz sprays, or spritzes, I should say. This one even has fabric on it. And she used some tags and some of his stamps. Now, this stamp is out of stock, but it will be here probably by Wednesday. And you'll be able to see all of this on our blog. I actually think this might all be on our blog, except for there's some pictures that I need to send Janet for another blog post. So Teresa was here, more Valentine cards. It is that time. And then we had Nicole came in with another Pink and Main card kit, and this one is called Snow Days. Oh, Susan says great cards this week. I totally agree. Oh my gosh, if you think 8 and 8 and 16 and 5, 21, we probably had almost, oh, I bet we had over 30 cards this week that we showed. That's just in 1 week, you guys. I'm proud of that. Now here are the cards that go with, this is called Snow Days. And this is from Nicole's card kit, again from Pink and Main. And Nicole made an extra card also. They're going off of our thing here. And what Nicole did, she used wobbles even on these houses. Now, isn't that fun? I just want to do this all morning. So do you guys mind just watching this the rest of the morning and forget all the new product, because this is so fun. And she also put a wobble on this guy. So these cards are blank inside, but it's a nice heavy cardstock weight. And you could stamp the inside. We have several options for, Janet has designed some text sheets that fit on the inside. And you could use those on them too. Okay, then that brings us to yesterday, Friday, which is really today now, because our plan was to show you all of this new stuff that we're doing. We were going to show you yesterday, but unfortunately we had a little technical problem with our streaming. But we're okay because we're here today, Saturday morning. So the next thing we're going to do, or maybe I should just mention, if you are just joining us, that we are planning today to show you a lot of new product. We're officially launching the 2026 Life Moments Junk Journal Kit. And I'm going to show you some pages that Teresa and I have done and show you some other things. And then lots and lots of new products. So sit back, get yourself your beverage, and get ready to roll. So the one thing that I've been terribly excited about is the Life Moments, this junk journal kit. And I'm going to open this one up and show you what is inside of it. There are 2 different, shall I say, styles We've got one that has a little bit larger journal in it, and I'm going to show you the difference of that. And it's $63.99. The one with the 5.5 by 8-inch journal is $60.99. So there's a $3 price difference, but everything else is exactly the same. Rhonda said that Nicole and Sarah did a wonderful job with all of their extras, and I have to agree. All right, so I'm going to open one up. I'll have to open them both so you can see the difference. And I'm going to take every single piece out of here. And Jennifer came in a couple days and assembled most of our kits. And then we had some other help too. I'm going to open this one up. If you did the December moments, let us know, and let us know how you liked that one. Because that's, be curious to know. I know a lot of people said that they are doing this because they did December moments and they loved it so much. So let's get this in the camera here. Okay, so we have a question. Cheryl, everything is exactly the same in the kits except for the journals. And I'll show you the difference here. So this Canson one is 7 by 10. And the Strathmore is 5.5. Let's see, I think it's 5.5 by 8.5. This one is bigger than the December Moments one. Here is the size. Here's the difference between December Moments. It's slightly bigger. I think it's about maybe a 1/2 inch taller and about a 1/2 inch wider. So it is a little bit bigger than December Moments. Now, if I'll show you everything else that's in the kit, but if you decide that you want to get the kit, but you don't want to use these journals, you can do your own thing and you can save these journals for something else. And I do want to let you know that the larger one is limited quantity. We're waiting for shipment. These were actually back ordered. So we have a small quantity with the larger journal, but we're expecting them to come in. And the larger journal has a slightly perforated page, which I don't think you can even see on the camera. And it's perforated, but it doesn't even go through to the back. So, all right, so let's show you everything else inside, and then we'll review the journal sizes again. Like I said, I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to get it going. Now this one, Heidi has a good question. So thank you for asking, because I'm afraid I'm going to forget to share some things about it. This one does not have a private Facebook group. This one, we are going to be checking in and showing some pages, and we're not having a private Facebook group because it's designed for the whole year. And we thought that might be daunting to keep something going for the whole year. But our plan is to have an album on our regular Facebook page to contribute photos to. So if you make a layout or you want to put something out there, then we'll have it available, and we will be posting our pages. Katie's doing this and Teresa's working on it, and I'm doing one also. I'm really excited. I can't wait to show you guys. Here, I'll show you my cover. So here's the cover of mine. And I'll show you more about it. Well, maybe I'll show you this first. I don't really have a big plan. Jean says she's been thinking about trying a junk journal, so this is interested. And I think you'd like this. And Rhonda said the December Moments taught her many ways to step out of her box. She learned a lot. Yay! I think you will see demos with this throughout the year. Katie's got a couple ideas already. So this is the cover, and this is the smaller journal. So this is the 5.5 by 8.5. And I just put some paper on the front. This 2026, that actually was numbers that I cut apart so I could make 2026. Of course, you could die cut numbers if you wanted to. And then I left my first page blank because I don't know what I'm going to do there. And then I started my January. And so I'm using, and I'll show you some extra stuff that I'm using. I've still got some blank stuff here because I January's not over, and I've got some other things happening that I can't wait to add to this. And I want to point this out. This was a picture we shared on our Facebook page here at Memory Bound. And oh my gosh, this got 80,000 views of this sunset. So I wanted, and it was such a beautiful thing. So I've got that started, and I've got this page here. I don't know how many of you play Bunko. Do any of you out there in Memory Bound land like to play Bunko or play Bunko? Because this was a scorecard at Bunko. And then I actually saw 2 movies this month, and that's a miracle. And this one I turned into a pocket. And we can show more about that too as we go. And then I just I thought it's hard to work ahead because you don't know how many pages you're going to need. But I have cut out all of my. Let me get that here. I'm going to show you something that I did, and then I think I should show you the. I think I should probably show you the kit before we show you too much more about what Teresa did. But you get this really cool paper that has all the months, which I thought was perfect for 2026 life moments. And I went ahead and cut mine all up, and then I've clipped them together. And that's what I'm keeping in my box. So February I haven't done. All I've done is make a pocket on my page because I'm not sure, haven't had February yet. So let me show you what's in the kit, and then I'll show you what Teresa has done. So the kit that has the smaller journal, the 5.5 by 8.5, is $60.99, and it's going to give you a really good start on your year of your junk journaling. So you're going to get, I'll show you the paper first. There's so much here. We're using the For the Record collection from Simple Stories. This is the paper that I ordered thinking it would be great on the front cover. And then I got the smaller journal, so I just used one out of the 6x8 tablet. So you're going to get this paper here. You're going to get the sticker sheet. See what I mean about how perfect this is? Jackie said that was the most beautiful bunko sunset. Oh, I wish I had these in a different order. Okay. Then you're going to get some color vibe. So you've got coordinating color vibe. And I think there's 4 sheets of coordinating color vibe. It's avocado, indigo, orange, and tomato. And really look at this sticker sheet. You could go with mustard or one of the yellows. You could go with the lighter green. You could go with robin's egg. There's that light blue in there. This collection goes with about anything, and that's why we picked it. All right, let me make sure. Let me catch up here. Okay, then we've got some more pattern paper from For the Record. Thought the numbers, you could cut out your 2026 out of this paper too if you wanted to. I used some of the bits and pieces. Then let's see, where's that other one? This is the inspiration for the whole bundle right here, because you have all your months. You don't have to really die cut the names of the months. They're all right here. And they also have this extra little piece, this number 1 in January. All right, we have a question about how many pages are in the journal, and I'll get to that in just 1 second. And I love all of your questions, believe me. Here's another For the Record paper, and I thought this one was a really good one because this is the journal elements that you can cut into pieces and get your dates on there or journal. And I love this one too because I thought you could cut these words apart, or you could just use the back for a pattern. Now this is not from For the Record. This is from Take Note. And the reason I ordered this because I thought this was so pretty, and I thought this was an option to put on the front of your journal. So you could do something like this if you wanted to. And then, trim it down. You could maybe get your 2026 on here, or my life, or your name, or whatever you wanted to put on. Add some more ephemera pieces. So this is kind of that odd man out, but I think it goes with the whole collection very well. It's got the same colors. So that's kind of a bonus, you guys. There's just a sheet that just tells you what is included in the kit and a little picture and a picture of the cover that I did. Then you're going to get the sticker book. And this has got 243 cardstock stickers. And there's a little glimpse at those. Looks like a lot of you guys played Bunko. I love that. My friends and I have been playing Bunko for over 30 years. And it started as a neighborhood thing. Now here's the 6x8 paper pad. And that is the paper I used out of there for my cover is in the pad because it's a little bit smaller. And this book, the 5.5 by 8.5, is smaller. So a 6x8 fit on there just, I thought, perfectly. But you get the whole tablet. Remember, you're getting a lot of stuff, but this is for 2026. Then you're going to get the bits and pieces. And you also get the journal bits and pieces. I think a lot about doing a junk journal for your year is that you are recording and writing notes and dates and what happened when. And then this is a sheet of stickers from EK Success. I believe these are just stickopotamus. And they are labels. And I've used those a couple times in what little bit I have done so far. So this is a label that I date stamped right here. And you see there's no bottom on it because I did a label here and I stamped the wrong date. So I just cut off what I wrote and just used the little piece of a label. Okay, then we've got some what I'm going to call junk. So you got a guest check, you got a bookmark, you got an envelope. Chris says they play Mexican Train. And I'm going to go over the journals again in just a second. I'm going to finish showing you what all of this stuff is, and then we'll go through the journals in detail. All right, you get a piece of a doily here. And this is a dot paper. It's got the little dot grids. There's a little planner sheet. And then this piece, what my plan is for this, I'm probably going to cut these apart and use them if I want to journal about a Thursday or a certain day of the week. That's what I'm going to use that for. Okay, so we have a lot of questions about the journals themselves, and I've got answers. So, and I will tell you that the retail on this is more than the retail value of all that product, because you're getting the full sticker book, the sticker sheet, the 6x8, all of that bits and pieces. And it is, so $60.99 if you want this book. And this is the Strathmore Mixed Media. It's 5.5 by 8.5. It's mixed media paper. Both books have a heavier paper in them. And it's very bright white. And this is the book that I was using because that's the one, honestly, that's the one I happen to have at home. So that is this book here. It's got 40 sheets. And it's pretty thick. I think I'll probably be taking some sheets out because if you think 40 sheets, that's 80 pages front and back. And let's see, it says it's acid-free. They're saying it's medium weight. It's good for wet and dry media. And the pages are not perforated at all. I like the spiral. I know sometimes the spirals can get in the way if you are wanting to stamp, but I like it because it opens up flat. All right, so that is the 5.5 by 8.5. If you were in December Moments, it is bigger than the December Moments book. Okay, then the other book is the Canson Bristol Vellum, and it's bright white. It has, let's see, it says it's 100-pound paper, and it's got 25 sheets. So you're talking about 50 pages front and back. And it doesn't show it on the can. Well, it kind of does. The smaller book is a little bit brighter. The pages are slightly thinner. They're a little bit thinner. I don't know that I would do a lot of like paint, heavy paint, maybe a light paint. And the larger journal does have mixed media paper in it, 100-pound mixed media. And let's see if it says what the poundage. They're both a heavy paper. We're not going to do any type of junk journaling on a regular paper book. And I'll tell you, it was hard to find a good size and a good paper weight. This one, the paper, it says it's slightly textured, but not really. It just is a different type of paper. And I believe that the larger one is a little bit heavier paper than the small one. And you can probably tell that by looking here, because this one has 25 sheets and this one has 40. So if you look at that, they look pretty close. Now, you might get one of these bundles and you might not even use these books. If you have something else that you'd rather use, you can just use the books for something different, for a different project. That's what Teresa did. She had, let me grab her book here. She had one of these, the Bristol smooth paper from the Strathmore. And this is actually what we use for the junk, December junk moments, or December moments junk journal. This is what she used for that. And it's a very smooth paper. And that's what Teresa is using for her 2026 Life Moments journal. And I'll show you hers too. Okay, let's see if you have, oh, okay, Janet just made an explanation. Thank you, Janet. So when it says vellum paper on the front, it is not vellum like what you know. It is paper. It's paper. It's not the clear vellum like you think about. And Janet says it has a slight texture, and the textures are very, very slight on these. Okay, so let me make sure we've answered all our questions. Let me go over here. I love it that you guys, a lot of you play bunco. And Crafty Kathy said they did it as part of Christmas. And Julie, I'm glad you love it. All right, so let's see if we have any other questions about this bundles. And there's two different ones. So if you place an order online, make sure that you pick the one that you want with the correct album. The larger one is very limited right now because these are on back order and we expect to get them in about 10 days. Everything else is the same. We've been asked that question quite a bit, but everything else that you get in here is the same. And what I kind of expect to do is throughout the year, maybe if I'm doing a page on Easter, maybe I'm going to add some Easter stuff, or maybe I'm going to add something for the 4th of July or somebody's birthday. This is kind of your generic things here. And I'm going to be adding a lot more junk, and I might show my book again here real quick. This was the inspiration, and what I loved about it is you've got the months here and you got all kinds of colors, so everything matches. If you're doing patriotic, there's red and blue, there's pastel colors for Easter, there's all kinds of great things in the kit. So let me see, and Janet just posted links. You guys, we do want to give a big shout out to Janet. She's here on a Saturday, which normally, I think she does things behind the scene on Saturdays, but normally there's nothing going on here at Memory Bound at the store on a Saturday. Let me grab this. Okay, so one more time, and then we'll move on to some new products. So this is my journal that I've started. And now that you've seen some of the paper and things, you'll recognize items. I'm using a date stamp. I brought some stuff along just to remember. I took my papers and I cut them all up by month, and I've got them clipped. And I'm keeping my things in a box like this. So I've got all of my things for my 2026 Life Moments in one of these cases. You can ask Doug. He'll tell you I've been carrying it back and forth because I've been so excited to show this. Okay, the months paper is not available individually, but we do have a category for the record, Simple Stories for the Record, and you can get collection packs. So Janet can post that link, and you can see that you can get your collection packs, and that would have the paper in it. Now, I just want to point out a couple things. Here's that January from the paper, and then I just had some scraps here and cut them out. This is our grandson Sebastian, and he loves to cut with scissors. So these are a pair of glasses that he drew and cut out, and that's my extra little, you might say junk, although it's not junk to me, it's a treasure. And I'm using my date stamp quite a bit. And Memory Bound has a couple date stamps, and I hope you have one already, because we are always talking about date stamps and how great they are. And this is the Heidi Swap. So this one is $9.99, and it's Heidi's handwriting for the months. And it goes 2019 to 2028. So 2026 is in there, or you can leave it off. You can put it right in your own year, which I thought was neat. And then this is the newer one we have, and this is $4.99. And I'm not sure the dates on this one. It's got 12 years of dates. So both of those would be fine. I see 2020, I see 2032 on there and 2036. So I'm using those, and I'm also using I have a lot of these zipper pouches to organize my things, because sometimes if you stay organized, that is the best way to keep things together. And these are from Simple Stories, these with the teal, and they are new. And so they come in 3 sizes. And then we have our good old standby that we've carried here for a long time. That's $1.99. So I'm using those and the date stamps. And then Teresa she brought this in, and she's using the Zip-A-File bag. And this holds 12 by 12. And she brought her stuff in, you guys. So let me show you. So she's got it all in here where she's keeping all of her things. So that's how Teresa's getting organized. If you're organized and kind of keep it together, and I think that's keeping it together is sometimes a trick. All right, so then, so let me move this aside. I'm going to just have piles behind me, but that's a good thing. So I've used that, and like I said, I've got a lot of white space. This is there's a receipt from a movie. So I've added my own junk. That's my Bunko scorecard. You guys, I was the loser that night. I got a prize for being the biggest loser. And then I turned my scorecard into a pocket, and there's that number 1 that had the January attached to it. So, all right, so that's mine. It's not done because January's not done. And then let me show you what Teresa's doing. Teresa is using her journal for all Memory Bound memories, and she's done a lot more than I have. Look at the cover. She's got a playing card, and she's done stamping. This has got texture paste on it. And we will have Teresa come in and tell more about her journal. She's got sewing on the front. Oh my gosh. So she's doing her journal. It's going to be all about Memory Bound. And she, like me, she left her front page open. And then she's done a page. She added some time cards, which we do have those available. And she purchased a Misty Light. So this little tab she made from the packaging. And this was Gloria's last day. If you follow us, you probably heard that Gloria retired. And then on this day, Rhonda, Teresa, and Katie all had the Memory Bound Happy Place shirts on. And she's got some more junk that she's added. This little piece right here, this date, that's a piece of ephemera that comes in your kit. And there's several of them. And then she stamped the date. And this paper is from the bundle. And that's what Teresa's done. And there's another date stamp there. So that is Teresa's, what she's got going. Let's see if we have any questions. Teresa wanted me to show she's using the Glimmer stamp, and there's some time cards too. All right. Let me make sure let's see if we have any questions before we go on.
There was a question from Cheryl that I'm trying to find.
Let's see. Oh, Kathy was a big loser for Bunko too. I love that. Yeah, well, losers get a prize. I usually try to, my goal is usually in the middle, but I wasn't doing very well that night playing bunco. And I totally agree. Oh gosh, things are coming through here fast. I totally agree, Shannon, that it's easy to find stuff when it's all together. And I have a very messy craft room. Doug, no comments today. But I have a very messy craft room. So at least I know in that box, all my stuff is there for my 2026 life moments. And it looks like Jean loves the zipper storage bags. Yeah, those. I'll show you guys that again. How's our time today? We might go over an hour today, guys. So sorry about that, but this is important to me. These bags come in a couple different sizes, and they're good for everything. Our daughter actually puts her kids' toys in them, and sometimes their medicines and whatever else. So they are super handy. We have a question about the paper in the larger journal. Is it like acid free? Is that what you're wondering? Oh gosh, I would think so. Let me look inside here. Wow, you guys, it says here that the Canson, this is the Canson brand. Their brand started in 1557 with the company's first paper mill. Wow. I'm just looking here. It doesn't, so this is the XL Bristol. It does not say if it is acid free. I would assume so, but it does say when you look at the chart here, the Bristol vellum, and that's what this is, it's got like lots of stars for every type of purpose, for coloring, charcoal, pastels, markers, watercolor, acrylic. The only thing that it's not starred for is oils. So otherwise, I think you're good with it. Do you want me to scan it and see? Yeah, Chris is going to scan it for us to see. Okay, is there any other questions? Julie says, we don't mind. Go as long as you need to. And so did Bunny. Oh, you guys are funny. It did say it was good for mixed media. It did say that. So we had a question about, was it good for mixed media? And it did say it was. And you can get the journals on their own. As soon as we get some more in stock, we have lots of journals. That's something big. And you're going to be seeing us. We have our new coming up this year, Craft Your Art Out. And that's going to be starting in a couple weeks. And a lot of us have just picked out one of these journals for that. And we have watercolor paper in journals. So there's a whole journal category. And I know Janet will link it because she's good. The paper line is called from For the Record. And we do have other For the Record. Why did I not bring it? I don't know. But I can have Chris or somebody grab it. We have a lot of other product from Simple Stories For the Record. And I think we've got rub-ons and everything. And I'm going to ask somebody to grab that for us. And I can show that to you too. Let's see, is there any other questions? Oh, Google says it's, Jerry, thank you. Google says it's acid free. So Doug, can you grab Chris? So Jerry, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Most things are anymore when you're in this doing art and crafts and mixed media and things. So I kind of figured it would be, but I don't want someone to say, hey, you said it was something and it wasn't. But so what we're going to do is I'm going to ask Chris if she could grab the other items from this collection that are on the end cap. So Chris is going to do that for us. And then we'll show you that too. Now, this was the other journal that Teresa's using. Can you grab the other For the Record items on that end cap? Sure. Chris, sorry, I didn't think about that. Chris, you guys, Chris is not working today.
She's just here.
I'll tell you guys, Chris isn't working today, but she's here working on a project or something. So she's helping me out, and I really appreciate that. I didn't think to bring the extra product. That was silly, because you might want to add to it if you've got stuff going on and you're putting it all in a box. You might want to get some more with it. So these are the two journals that come in the kit. This is the one, Teresa's using the visual journal. This is from December Moments, and she had an extra one, so she's using that. And it is the kit is $60.99 for the 5.5 by 8.5, and it's $63.99 for the 7 by 10. And Chris is bringing the other products. So while she's doing that, I'll show you something that's back in stock that's big and bulky and taking up a lot of space on the table. And that's the Storage Studios paper holder. And this, it comes in a flat box, but you just snap it together and your 12 by 12 papers, or 8.5 by 11, or whatever you want to put in here, they just stand up and you can colorize them. You can organize them by style or collection. And that's back in stock, and that is $33.99. Chris, thank you so much. I just told him, Chris, that you weren't working today, but she's here. Okay, so I'll show you the other For the Record items. Because we already did extra items. You never know. People might want. Sometimes for me, I want everything, and I understand that. I'm gonna put those aside. All right, so we got in the washi tape, and that's $7.99. Actually, it doesn't have a price on it, but I think it's $7.99. And then we've got in the floral bits and pieces. And this is something I'm going to get because I was looking for some flowers. And then we have more of the bits and pieces, and more of the bits and pieces. You have this in your bundle already, so you don't really need it unless you think you need more. And then we have the sentiment bits from For the Record. This is all simple stories for the record. And then we have the ephemera, and I tried to get the ephemera for all the kits, but they did not have enough. So we just have a few of these available. And these are bigger pieces, and they've got your months on them. There's one for every month also. And then here's the rub-ons. And the rub-ons are $6.49. There's 2 sheets. I like this, you guys. This Day in History. I don't know if you can read it, but This Day in History. I think that's kind of cool. This is my story. And then you have this sheet in your kit already. This is the regular sticker sheet for $3.99. And then here's a sheet that if you are using, or maybe for other things, maybe you're not doing the bundle, but this is a good way if you're doing a scrapbook maybe for the year, a chronological one. And these months will fit in the larger journal, but they are a little bit big for the small journal. They just barely, let's see, the largest month is December. Unless you ran it, you know, up and down on your page like that, then it would fit. But I just want you to know that.
Is the paper only available in the collection pack?
Yes, we only have the paper right now in the collection pack. And here it is. Good question, because here it is. So if you wanted extra paper and it's got an extra sheet of sticker, and maybe we need to get some of the single papers. I didn't really think about that. So we might have to check into that and see. I think what's in your kit, we might have bought all of them. I'm not sure. So anyway, that's what we have. That is also from For the Record. The other collection to take a look at, and Janet can link it. And that's a Simple Stories collection. That's a newer one that just came in. And that's kind of the same type of thing. Okay, are we ready to look at some new product now? I think maybe we are. All right, well, I've got some odd things, and then I have some new collections to show you. This is one of the border punches from Dress My Craft, perfect for Valentine's Day, weddings, really anything. Hearts go all the time. Hearts work really well. And it is $16.99. And we have shown how to use these. They're very slick because you basically punch your paper and then you slide it on this track and you match up the pattern, punch again, and that makes it continuous. We need to do that on a video, and we will. And then the other, this is so darn cute, you guys. This is from All in Create, and this is Workshop D. So this D is in a lot of their stamps. She's kind of a funny character. And this is actually the Crafty D here. And it's a 3x4. Sometimes I turn it over. It's $10.99, so you can actually see the stamp. But it says, come for the crafts, stay for the chaos. And it also says, let's get messy. And I think Janine talked about this one and said we needed to get it. So there it is. Then a couple other little different things. This is from Waffle Flower, and we had this stamp, and it was kind of a mystery because it looks like a heart. You can kind of see a heart, and we have solved the mystery because we purchased the dies. So we now have the die, and the stamp is called Inlaid Hearts Detail, and the die is called Inlaid Hearts Die, and it also has a stencil with it. So you can't hardly see it, but there's a stencil and 2 dies in here. So it cuts out a little, it's not really stitched, it's got little like dots around the edge. And then if you wanted to get the stencil, then you could actually stencil inside, or I'm sorry, the stamp would actually stamp the hearts in here. And it says, "You complete me." And we have completed the mystery. Then also back in stock, Teresa, this is one of the things that Teresa used this week that we showed you at the beginning of the video. And she made, look at the card she made. This is called Inside Accents Hearts from Waffle Flower. It's $15.99. Do you remember these cards? I just thought they were really cool and clever. And Teresa actually stitched this with her sewing machine, but you could even do it with a pen stitching or maybe some type of a skinny strip of paper. And it says, "Love you always and love you lots." And those are on the stamp set. This is loaded with hearts for Valentine's or everyday, weddings, anniversary. And it does have a lot of little teeny tiny, super teeny hearts. And then it's got words, "Love you always, from the heart, love you lots, all my love, you have my heart." And that one is $15.99 from Waffle Flower. And Teresa, I don't know that you're watching, but thank you so much for getting the cards out that match the stamp that you used. It's fun to see what actually has been made with something. Okay, also from Waffle Flower, we got in the Spotlight Heart stencil. And this is probably hard to see, but it has lots of little guidelines. So if you're wanting to center this heart on a layout or a page or a project, you could just line it up with all of those little guidelines. And then we do have the nesting heart die. And it looks to me like those work pretty well together. And their dies do come with a magnetic sheet. This is $17.99, and it's heavy because there's a magnetic sheet in there. Okay, I think we have a lot of, I should have shown this with Crafty D, but All in Create had a new release that just came out Friday, and we were going to show you Friday, but we had a little difficulty. So if you're here and you're like, "Oh gosh, what's Memory Bound doing here on a Saturday morning?" That's because we had technical problems yesterday, so we're here today. And this is their new 12 by 12 paper, which I don't know that they've done 12 by 12 before. This is called Surface Marks, and this, you really have to open it up to see it. So we're going to open it up. And I'd like to flip through it for you. I'm going to turn my light back on. And even this front page has all your pieces here. And you can scan this QR code if you want to look for projects. But look at this. And this paper is really heavy, kind of like 49 and Market. And I'm just going to kind of flip through it quickly so you can see it. It's got brick, it's got writing, it's got torn paper. What do you think about it? I mean, if you had something like this, you could just add to it. It's like mixed media already done for you. I see some postage stamps, images. There's one that's got a lot of color in it. Lots of little coffee stain. It looks like the Tim Holtz splatter stencil. Janet said this would be great for heritage pages. Look at, here's a receipt. Talk about junk journals. Janet, good comment. I totally agree that that would be really good for junk journals. Now that one, Doug, what was the name of that one? That one is Surface Marks, and then we have this one. It's called Archive Tales. And let's take a peek at this one. I think sometimes it's nice to see what's inside these because they're all so different. Wow, look at this page here, you guys. Got lots of color. Okay, now Lisa says that she sees graduation party. Yeah, and Shelly said she's excited for the 12 by 12, and so am I. Because you could leave it like this or you could cut it apart. So now we're showing you the other 12 by 12, and this one was Archive Tales. This one's got more color in it, like with pinks and blues. Wouldn't it be fun to design these papers? I can tell you it's not easy. Memory bound. We had our own collection a few years ago for our 20th anniversary, and maybe we need to get a collection for our 25th. And I totally agree with Thelma. She said it's like your mixed media is already done for you. So this one was Archive Tales, and I don't think I told you guys, but they're $22.99, and you get 10 double-sided papers. And then we have a couple other, where's the other? Oh, here's. So then we have this tablet here is Peeling Time. And you can tell why it's called peeling if you look at the papers. You can see how it looks like it's being, the brick is being, paper's being peeled back on these. Oh, okay, let's go for it. Let's just do it because now I'm interested myself. And I agree. Shannon says both of the collections look they look very dimensional, and they do. And I think that's the trick. The trick with designing these things. Like here's one. So this one is called Peeling Time. And I'm just flipping through them so you can see. I feel like I tend to move over there to the left, and I don't need to. This looks like very similar to the other ones. But this is your 6x6, and it's $12.99, and you do get 10 papers. Bunny says Memory Bound needs a collection, and needs to do a paper collection, and I agree. Bunny, I don't know where to find the time. It just seems like the days are going faster and faster, and there's less time. So, okay, so here is the two. We've got Peeling Time and Traces of Time. Brand new release, came out yesterday from All in Create. And then we've got three dies. So this one's called Juicy Cuts. It's got 8 dies, and with their dies, sometimes I think it helps to flip it over and look at the black. And you can see that this does fit their memory decks. You could also cut that off if you want to. It looks like your jam jars. So that's Juicy Cuts, and that's $24.99. Oh, it's got this like straws too. Fun. And then the other one, this one is called Warm Hug. I'm seeing a pattern here, you guys. Look at the chocolate, the marshmallows. It's got the little steam. And again, this is also one of the Memory Decks dies. And you could use it for that, or you could just cut that right off the bottom. There's your whipped cream. That's the best part right there. All right, and then the third die set is Camp Out Magic. It's got the tent, the mountains, a backpack, some trees. It's got 11 dies. It's $24.99. And again, I like to show you, I think you can kind of see the dies a little better here. There's your little mountain range. And Doug's here today. If you're just joining us, he's helping me on the back end of the camera. And Doug, do you remember camping in the backyard with the kids?
Oh, absolutely.
I think the night I remember the most, it was about 100 degrees and it was so hot out. And they stayed out there through the night though. So that's Camp Out Magic. And then we have 2 of their kits. And these are kind of neat. This is Voyage of Flavor. And we have Creative Campfire. So if you got the campfire die, this is a good add-on. And the kits, what the kits have in them, that's called a creative box. And you're going to get, kind of shows you here, getting 2 different washi tapes. And look at the scenery on those. There's your tents. And then you're going to get a pack of paper. And then you also get a pack of ephemera. And these are all related to each other. It's $33.99 for all 4 of those items. And then they all go together. So if you're working on a project, oh my gosh, some of this ephemera, oh my God, let me get up there a little close. You'll see there's an old camper, there's tents. I see, it looks like one of those water jugs maybe. There's a lantern. I don't think that's come in yet here, but we need to make sure we're getting that ordered. Okay, then the other creative box is Voyage of Flavor. And this goes with the first dies that I showed you, because there's your hot chocolate cup. And again, you get 2 rolls of washi tape. Here, I'll show it here. And then you get the ephemera and you get a paper pack that all coordinate together. And you could add on the die if you want to. And look at the ephemera. You guys, I'm sorry, but I'm a little biased because I love ephemera pieces. But look at all that. It's got books and croissants and pastries and then the tape. It's that special tape that you roll out and it makes pictures. And that's $33.99 for Voyage of Flavor. And that is the new release from All in Create. All right. These papers are gorgeous. Oh, yeah, I agree. Cheryl says the papers are gorgeous. She can't wait to get her hands on them. We totally agree with that. Okay. Then you guys might not be as familiar with Memory Place. We've had some Memory Place items in the past, but we got in 2 collections and they are really, really cool. I'm trying to reach one of them. Okay, so the first one is called Sending Love, and I'll show you the papers. I think I've got 2 of each. And it's pink, but it's got kind of that purpley, really beautiful, deep plum color in it. And that's really cute with a typewriter. And the back has got roses. This is called Sending Love from Memory Place. And here's another one. This one's got postage. Look at all you guys, postage is really trending. The postage stamp dies, anything that looks like postage stamps, note cards, it's all trending. And here's a really nice scenery paper that you could slice along here and slip a photo in here and you'd have your layout all done. The one thing that I didn't do was find some of the color vibe to match, but we will do that and we'll get it set up in the category. So here's a nice wreath page, and the back's got an overall. Those might be peonies. I think I call them roses, but I'm not really sure. Okay, and I love anything to do with typewriters and telephones and cameras. So here you go. And you could take this and you could even cut these out and use them for embellishments. And this page is super beautiful. And then we have, make sure I got this. So we have another page that's got lots of hearts. I'm trying to figure out if you could do a 2-page layout with this. You probably could. But here's the other side. It's got your fussy cutting. And Bunny said, beautiful collection, and I totally agree. And that's Sending Love, but don't go away because here's another paper from there. This has got your 6x6s. And then the back, look at the back. Oh my gosh, what a great background paper. You could even put a couple of those together. Lots of different opportunities there. And then it does come, the papers do come in a 6x6 pack. And this is from Memory Place. And the the 6x6 is $7.49. Janet said, perfect day for fussy cutting. And this is a great sheet for fussy cutting too. You know, look at all the ephemera you would get for the cost of one piece of paper. Okay, and then that also has a little pack of ephemera. Speaking of ephemera, that's $6.49, and there's the pieces that come inside. Bunny said she loves the old typewriter items. Great memories. How many of you took typing in high school? Or maybe it was, I think it was actually junior high. You know, they don't have junior high anymore, you guys. It's all middle school now. But I think it was junior high, and my friends and I could not wait to take typing class because that was going to be such a fun class. And I have to say, I did okay, but it wasn't as easy as I thought. And here is the 12 by 12 collection pack where you get 12 papers and 2 of each design. So if you are like me and you worry about using one and not having it anymore, you have a spare in here. And the paper pack is $14.99. So that's Sending Love. And then there's one more collection from Memory Place. And Memory Place isn't a brand that we have carried a lot. We've had some of it in the past, but this is so darn cute. It's called Dear Friends. Dear as in dear, Friends 2. And here's one of the papers right here. So look at that. I mean, right, that's just tells you the whole story of this collection. And Bunny, I just got to look at it. Bunny took typing in high school. Rhonda had it in freshman year. We had those IBM Selectrics. I don't know how many of you remember the IBM Selectrics, but they were fancy. And here's another paper from my dear, I'm sorry, it's My Dear Friend. So My Dear Friend, I might have said Dear Friendship. Look at all those tags. And then the back is just a really beautiful blue. And then like the Sending Love paper, it does have one that's got your 4 6x6s. This might be nice for like a baby album or just vintage. Maybe if you're doing your own pictures, if you're scrapbooking your own pictures. Shelly said she wished she would have kept her typewriter. And your grandma had a typewriter in cursive? Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that before. Chris said her mom had one too, you guys. I didn't even know there was such thing. All right, here's another papers from My Dear Friends 2. We've evidently memory bound missed My Dear Friends 1. And this one is really cute because here's a little artist, a little bunny rabbit with a paintbrush. And here's a little bird flying in a letter. And it also has a border paper. And I don't know if you remember but with the border papers, if you cut it 4 by 5 1/4, it makes a background for a card. Or you can cut out the pieces and use borders for your scrapbook layouts. And this page, that is very beautiful. And look what you could do here. You could have a 2-page layout, it's all designed and set up for you, and you just have to add your photos and your journaling and your title. So if you love that and you just want to get it all, we do have the 12 by 12 collection pack, My Dear Friend 2. And then we also have the 8 by 8 pack of paper. Same designs, just smaller. And we have the ephemera with all those little fun, cute little adorable animals and children. And we also have the journal cards. And these are $5.49. The ephemera was $6.49. Look at that, hugs and thanks. It looks like the journal cards would be good to put on card fronts. Hello, friend, hugs and thanks. Hi there. These would be great to make cards with. Okay, oh, and I guess I found some more things. We have the 6x6, and then we have the collage origami paper from this. And let's open it up. You know, we've been bringing in a lot of tissue paper, collage paper, rice paper, and let's see how this compares. This, it's not like a tissue paper, but almost. It's a little heavier. It's kind of like a lightweight wrapping paper. But you could easily apply this with your matte medium. And it's just really cute. We have not had that before. Do any of you do origami? Because that would be perfect for that. So that's My Dear Place. Denise said so cute, and I totally agree. It was really, really adorable. So we've shown you, oh my gosh, the new All in Create release. We showed you Sending Love from Memory Place. We showed My Dear Friend 2 from Memory Place. We've got some things from over a few hours from us, an hour and a half from us, from Reminisce. And Reminisce Designs is in the Iowa City area, and it's straight east of Memory Bound. Diane says, wonderful. Oh, you guys, I missed something. I keep finding things. For My Dear Friend 2, we also have washi tape, and you're probably not going to be able to see in these packages, but it is online, and you can check it out. They're really cute. They look like little tickets and stamps. All right, so now we're heading over to Reminisce, and this is, I think I've got sports paper first. They have a lot of sports paper, and you can go online to memorybound.com, and you can go to themes, and you'll find all of this good stuff. So we've got a soccer paper. That just looks really cool in the camera, if I do say so myself. Here is, this is called Gridiron. There's the football on the back. And you could actually slice this a little bit and tuck things under the football. And then this is kind of neat. This is called Play Ball, but it's a vintage. I don't know that they have wooden bats anymore. And looks like a well-worn baseball. And again, you could put two. I don't have two of these, but you could put another one on this side and have the stitching going on your other border, and you'd have a 2-page layout. Trying to help everybody out there. This is softball. That ball looks like it's been well loved also. And then this is Basketball on Fire. And we're moving from sports to the beach. And this is Beach Vibes, and it's got really great water paper on the back. Sometimes you just need something like this for a background if you've been on a cruise or to the beach. And we're going from the beach to the farm. This is called Field of Beans. And then we've got a really rustic barn door on the back. Be a great background. And then Ella and Vib Paper Company, that's part of Reminisce also, though it was actually named after the daughters of the original Reminisce owners. And this, look at that. It looks real, like the water is rippling. And then we have a family paper. It's got a nice back. It says Priceless. And this is fun. This is Beer 30. So these are actually stickers. Great minds drink alike. Beer is the answer, but I can't remember the question. Never met a beer I didn't like. That's what I do. I grill, I drink beer, and I know things. It's hilarious. Here's another sticker sheet. This one is fishing, keeping it real. Daddy's fishing buddy at the lake. It's just a girl in love with fishing. The best kind of dad raises a fisherman. There's the fishing mom. And then these are really funny too. This is another one of their stickers. This is from Holy Cow. Don't have a cow. Raising my herd. It's got Get Showin', the greatest show on earth. And then this is another. They've kind of changed up their stickers. This is Family Fun. I'd rather be at the beach. All you need is love and Wi-Fi. Happiness is family. The gang's all here. Memories made together last a lifetime. So that's got a lot of really fun stickers on it too. Happy Camper. These are $4.99, the Reminisce stickers. And then back in stock, how many of you have seen the latest Wicked movie or been to maybe the show? And we have the Wicked 2 collection pack, and I think we need to open that to show you. And I have some die cuts also to show you that go along really well with this. This is Wicked 2, and some of the paper you could use for a lot of different things. And you get 2 sheets each, which you know is good for me because I worry about using something and then not having it. This kind of reminds me of when Glinda comes down from the sky. And then we've got Perfectly Green. This is really nice paper. And you know, you might use this for St. Patrick's Day. And then this is called the Wicked, but this is like sparkles and gems, which I could see that for St. Patrick's Day too. And here's the sticker. I really wanted to show you the sticker sheet because it's half green and half pink. In the world of gold, pink and green, in a world of gold and pink, green tends to stand apart. Beautiful and perfectly wicked. Believe in the magic is in you. So there's the sticker sheet that goes with it. So that's Wicked 2, but look, check this out, you guys. We got in these die cuts, which are also very perfect. There's our witch there. Kind of hard to see that. So I wanted you to see these too if you've been to the show or maybe you're a big fan. All right, so let's move those aside. You guys, Doug is back there putting the packages together. So thank you, Doug. He's putting everything back in the package as we go through it. So it saves us a lot of time. Thank you, Doug. Okay, and then one thing you may not know, but Reminisce does have some glitter paper, and so we restocked our glitter paper, and this is a very smooth glitter paper. It's not chunky. It doesn't fall off. It die cuts nicely, and we got several colors in, and we have other colors in stock. So if you're looking for something a little extra special, then go to our specialty cardstock category. Now, we talked about Wicked, but we got to talk about Harry Potter, another show. So with Harry Potter, I'll show you what we got in. Here's the famous train. And this is called Wizards 2.0, I think is the name of this. 3.0. This is Wizards 3.0. So there's one. We have the individual papers, and then we do have collection packs. And there we have, now this, lots of potions there, and there's your owl with your book of spells. And here's one that kind of reminds you of the different schools. I'm not sure which one was the burgundy and gold. This is called Wizard's Pride. And then here's the sticker sheet. Casting spells, butter brew cheers. Have you guys had the butter beer at Disney World? It's amazing. Wizard in Training, Wands at the Ready, and then we have Wizard, the pack. If you like the stickers and all the paper, you can just get the collection pack, Wizards 3.0, and get it all. And we have a whole section for Harry Potter, and Janet can link that because we have die cuts of wands and lots of different things for Harry Potter. I think Harry Potter is a classic. All right, now I'm going to tell you about this next collection because it's kind of funny. So now we're getting into the new collections from Reminisce. Sorry, I lost my words for a minute. And this one is called 9 Months. And when I ordered this, I didn't see everything. It just had like a sample of the paper. And I could not figure out why they didn't do 12 months. And it took me a while to figure out that this is like a pregnancy line. And so you have, which is pretty cool, because if you are going to journal your pregnancy, which I think is a great idea. You guys, I didn't figure this out, and we even have a pregnant daughter, and I still didn't understand why it was 9 months. But look at all of these cool cut-aparts with the different weeks. Today I felt you kick. Today you got your first nickname. cravings, first maternity clothes, first ultrasound. This would be so wonderful to do a journal, maybe a junk journal. So you've got that sheet, and then here's your next sheet. It goes all the way to 40 weeks. Today we bought your first outfit. Today we finished the nursery. Today's our baby shower. Today I use my bump as an excuse. So I just think this is amazing. And it's called 9 months, and I'm going to show you the rest of it too. So those are all, I think, really critical papers. And then they have a lot of things that match and go with it. Like here's a floral and some balloons and clouds. And they've got rainbows. And I love this floral paper. And you'll see how well these match. Everything complements each other very well. And then there's a sticker sheet. It's got like first, second, third trimester, about to pop, it's a girl, it's a boy, and then you have things that match the stickers. And then we do have the collection pack if you just want to get it all, or this would be a nice gift, maybe a shower gift, or when you learn someone is pregnant and they're like, oh, I got the perfect thing for you, maybe get them that. If you think they're into junk journaling, maybe you can get them a little journal or a little 6x8, like a snap binder would be good. And then I did find some enamel dots that match this really well. And these are from Special Delivery Baby. And there's no pink or blue in here, but they've got the green, the gold, kind of the brown colors. And I thought they matched really, really well. And then other things you might not know we have, but we have this Jolie's Boutique. It's called Baby Girl Pregnancy. It says, I love my baby bump. And then we have a die cut for sonogram and ultrasound. So those are also good ones. And we have a thing, a little Jolie's Boutique for bringing baby home and baby's first bath. We have a lot of really good things for that. Okay, Doug, are we hanging in there?
Yes, we
All
are.
right, well, we've got a few more new collections and to show you. And I'm going to just kind of change up the order a little bit.
Is there anything from Echo Park? Somebody's asking if you have Echo Park new stuff.
Echo Park is arriving next, I think it's Tuesday. There's next week we're getting the new, sorry, I don't have my words, Easter and new baby collection. So that goes along really well with the 9 months. And that's arriving next week. We just got the invoice for that. This is Snow White. And we have the collection pack for these, but we don't have the individual papers. But there's there's a sticker sheet. It lists all the dwarfs, sorry. It's got the apple on there. It's got the Wicked Witch. It's got Snow White. She's so cute. And then you have coordinating papers. And that is also from Designs by Reminisce. There's that snowy scene. So that is new. And then St. Patrick's Day is going to be here before we know it. And they have, thank goodness, they have a St. Patrick's Day collection. So let me show you that. So here are the papers. Green, of course. There's another set. This one's got the hats and the argyle. And then look at this one. That's really different with the black. So those are the papers. Here's the sticker sheet. Don't worry, be happy. It's got a cute little, look at the little truck, you guys. That's so cute. It's got a little unicorn. One lucky little dude, my first St. Patrick's Day. That's cool that they included that. Keep calm and get lucky. Shake your shamrocks. Keep calm and Irish on. So a lot of good things for that. And we do have the collection pack for it too, if you just need it all. Somebody said they like the colors on the 9 months, and I totally agree. Shannon said that. And I totally agree. I think those are good colors. Okay, then this one. Oh, I wish we would have had this when our daughter was younger, when I was younger. This one is called Slum Pajama Party. Look at this paper. It's so cute. Now, I'm guessing most of you had been to a slumber party, and you could even do this and do a 2-page layout. Isn't that just so cute? So this is called Pajama Party from Reminisce. And I got a lot of great memories from slumber parties, and I bet a lot of you do too. And sleeping is not one of them. And here is one with little pajamas, and then it's got the Z's. And our daughter had a lot of slumber parties too, and that was always a fun time. And look at this. This would be good for a lot of things. Maybe a ferry, a prom, a special dance, a celebration. And then you have all your little sleeping masks and things. And then here's the sticker sheet. Pillow Fight Champion, Sweet Dreams Loading, Life is Better in Pajamas. Oh, girls just want to have fun. And look at these stickers with that match that paper. Good job, Reminisce. Sleepover Squad. Reminisce, I love this. It's super fun. And here is the kit. So if you love it, maybe you got a lot of pajama parties in the past or future, you can get it all together. I think it's $14.99 for the papers that I showed you and the sticker sheet. What do you guys think about that? I've not seen anything like this before. And I love it. I just want us all to look at it some more. Thelma said, thumbs up for a good job showing. Well, thank you, Thelma. It's hard because you don't really know what people are thinking. So I appreciate your comment a lot. Okay, here's another favorite of mine. Let me give you a closer look. Doug, can you tell him how much I like popcorn? Doug wasn't looking. Here, Doug.
Yeah,
I want to make it every night. Okay. This is called It's Showtime. And this is again from Reminisce. And if you missed it, you guys, I told you a little while ago that Reminisce is actually a neighbor of Memory Bound. It's about an hour and a half east of Ankeny here. So it's an Iowa company. It's small, just like Memory Bound. But you guys, I have to tell you that I love movies. I love going to the movies. I love watching movies. And so I love this collection too. And here is the little movie thing. We actually have an ornament on our Christmas tree that looks like one of those movie boards. And Doug and I went to the Avatar and we wore those glasses, didn't we, Doug? All right. And then this one says movie night. This would have been good when we were kids too, when we had kids, because every Friday night was pizza and a movie at our house. But that's back, you guys, when you went to Blockbuster. I don't know how many of you remember going and picking out movies at Blockbuster. And this has got so much on it. All of these border strips, whether you're making cards or whatever project, it's all on there. And on the back, you have your curtains. So again, if you were doing even like a dance recital, maybe take off the popcorn and or a band or whatever, you've got a really nice background. And then here is the sticker sheet. Doug, I think we're going to be popping popcorn tonight. Okay. Diane says she lives in the country and her kids always had sleepovers. It was kind of a regular thing. The joke at our house is that I have a set of movie theater chairs. I think they're wood because they're old, and there's 3. Something I had to have, and they're sitting down in the basement doing nothing because I don't think they're safe to sit on. But anyway, here is the kit. So if you want everything for the movie, the Showtime kit, you can get it, and it also comes with the stickers for $14.99. Can you guys see how busy Reminisce was? All right, the next collection up is called Spring Fever. And here's the sticker sheet. I guess I'll show you that first. People are always asking for tulips, and I think you're going to love this collection because here's a preview of what you're going to see on the paper. But it's got Mother's Day, spring is in the air, tiptoe through the tulips. It's got Easter things on it. Just everything kind of spring related. And look at the poppies. It's got eggs on here. Lots of really good things, big and small. And the paper, I think you're going to love. This was sitting on a cart for a couple days. It took us a couple days to get it out, but look at that. Ooh. All right, I love that. And then here's the poppies. It's called Dancing Poppies. It's coming over sometime. So there's that. Oh, it looks even better in the camera, if I do say so myself. And then the tulips. We get asked for tulips all the time because we're just about 40 minutes from a town called Pella. And it's a town with a lot of Holland descendants, and they have a tulip festival, and we get a lot of call for that. So we'll probably be reordering that because that's super pretty. And then here's your Easter papers. And if you like Spring Fever, we've got it all in the pack too. So you can get it all for $14.99. And you're going to get 2 sheets of what I just showed you. Wow. Okay. Doug, Shannon says, good job. Not your typical Saturday. No. Okay. And also, this is not your typical collection pack either. This is called Vintage Wood. And that's what it is. It's all wood patterns. And this is also from Reminisce. And I'm just going to show you these. Look at that red. And can't you just think about running your hand across there and getting all that paint popping off and giving you splinters? And I thought this was pretty cool as is. Cut it into squares, or even cut the planks and use the planks for maybe in your journal or on a layout. And I like this one because it's got all kinds of colors. And then we have the wood letters there and kind of a light blue. And we have a hexagon pattern. And if you like the vintage wood, you can get it all. Let's see, this one is $14.99 for all the 2 sheets of all the papers. I don't know that Maggie's watching, but boy, Maggie loves wood paper. And that is perfect. Okay, now we've got their new Valentine. Well, we've got several Valentine things from Reminisce, but I brought this out just to show you this wood heart. It's about 3/4 of an inch thick. It does sit up by itself, and it's got the word love that's been engraved in it. It's $5.99 if you're looking for a dimensional project. You could even put this on a canvas. And so we do have those. I think we have about 10 of those. Never know what's going to turn up in the pile. Bunny loves the wood patterns. Oh, Diane's laughing about the splinters. Can't you just feel them? All right, the first collection up is Sweet Valentine. And here is the sticker sheet. You are enough, love you forever. You are loved, be mine. It kind of reminds me of chocolate. That brown in there just kind of reminds me of my Dark Dove chocolates that I love so much. And here are the papers. Now, I think this would be beautiful for a wedding because I'm pretty sure those are peonies, and I can just smell them. You guys, you love just the smell of peonies. And here's the next paper. And I think this would be good for a wedding also. And then here's kind of an all-over pattern. And it's also from Sweet Valentine. And it's a little different color and a little distressed. It's kind of a pinkish mauvish. And I love this one too. There's the front. And then here's the back. Look at all these sections you could cut apart. All right, so that's the paper. And if you love it, we do have the kit. So you can get all 8 papers, 2 sheets of each, and the sticker sheet. And that was Sweet Valentine. And then they also have a collection called Puppy Love. And this is the Puppy Love. Let me just open this really quick because this is pretty funny. I mean, not funny, but this is pretty cute because it's got these dogs on it. puppy love can mean a lot of different things. And you're going to get 2 sheets of this also, so I'm going to flip through it quickly. And it's a lot of small patterns, which are really nice. And that new dog collection from Elizabeth Crafts, I think this would go along very well with it. Small patterns are good when you're making up those little animals and things. Ooh, that was I love that paper. That plaid was quite a surprise. And then here are the stickers. Free kisses. I woof you, little heartbreaker, love, live, love, bark. I'm a lover, not a biter. Sloppy kisser. Cuter than your boyfriend. How about that? So that is Puppy Love. And I'm going to pass that off to Doug. He's going to repackage it for us. I want to say thank you to Janet because she is doing such a great job keeping up here with us and getting all these things linked. It's quite a variety today for sure. And we got just a few more to go, and then we'll let you about your Saturday. This is, I don't want to call it a classic, but this collection from Ella and Viv, which is part of Reminisce, it's just another branch or whatever, and it's named after the founders' daughters, who were Ella and Viv. And this is a sympathy kit, and we have sold so many of these. This does not have a sticker sheet in it, but it has 8 papers, and it does have a sticker. I'm sorry, that is a sticker sheet. And this is the last one I'm going to open, and then the rest of them I'll just show you the fronts of, because this is really nice. When you need something for sympathy, you're not really planning it. And so I think this collection is very special if you're making cards. So you're going to get 2 of each of these. Kimberly said she got the Valentine collection to add to her wedding album. That's perfect. So these were the 6x4s, and then you also have the 4x6s, and these work with your A7 or your 5x7 cards. If you need a sympathy card, get a 5x7 card base, cut this out. Maybe you could mat it and stick it on the front, and you've got a beautiful card. You could add a few little gems or some Nouveau drops. You could use this for your background. And I think that's what's really special about this. And here, look at this. I think maybe you would use this for something else, this watercolor stripe. Here's another watercolor background. And here are the stickers. Although it's difficult to see beyond the sorrow, may looking back in memory help comfort you tomorrow. Holding you close in our prayers. When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. So these are the sticker sheets. And like I said, this is a classic collection pack. It's something we usually keep in stock all the time. And it's the Sympathy from Ella and Viv. Okay, now, all right, we're getting down to it, you guys. So back in stock is the Football 2 kit. And you can kind of see the papers. There's some big, like photograph type papers. This one is really nice because you could just cut that apart, or you could use this one as maybe your front page of an album, and it does have a sticker sheet with it. And then we have Game Day Baseball. Now you're going to find all of these in themes. Oops, that's not going to show the other side, but it has a sticker sheet too. All of these are in our themes. And you're going to find them there under sports, and then you can go to baseball or basketball, or you can go to farming, and you'll see the horse collection. And it is not easy to find things for horses. And so this is a great one if you are doing some scrapbooking about horses, or somebody riding maybe, or going to a horse camp. And I love this one because it's called Start Your Engines. And I'll just tell you guys, speaking, we got asked earlier about Echo Park new collections, and there is a Cartabella collection from Steve Duncan that's all vintage cars, and I think you're going to love that too. So this is a good one, and it does have a sticker sheet. The stickers don't, it does show in this one. 0 to 60, talk racing to me, pit crew, stay in your lane. And then here's another one that's farm related. This is called Farm Animals. And this, I don't know if you can see this paper right here, but it's pretty funny because it's got your pigs, your chickens, it's got a sheep, a goat, and then you've got your barn and all that. And the stickers on this are really fun if you participate in 4-H or your county fair. And then this collection is called Girls Trip, and this is brand new, and we've not had anything like this, but it's got your suitcase. This is for like a tropical trip. A pink airplane. I don't know if any of you have flown on a pink airplane before. I have not. And then it does have a sticker sheet in this collection. So we have the collection pack, and then we have the separate sticker sheet. And it's all like watercolor design. Girl gang, warning, girls trip in progress, girls on the loose, pack your bags, let's go girls. Road tripping with my besties. So that is new. And then we have a lot of different countries and states from Reminisce. They're really good at travel paper, and we just happened to get in Portugal. And those are all online under our themes and under travel, and then you can choose domestic, international, or just generic travel. Okay, wow, we're getting there. This last one is called Fatherhood, and this is new. And I love this right here, where the dad is showing their son or daughter, helping them play baseball. And it's got some good stickers. Best dad surviving fatherhood, one beer at a time. Superhero daddy, straight out of money, dad life. Ain't no hood like fatherhood, dad of girls, and it's hashtag outnumbered. So this is really a fun little collection pack. If you want to celebrate a dad, it's even got a necktie. And or maybe for Father's Day. Let's see. Okay, so that one's $14.99. Okay, well, one more time. We're there. One more time. I just wanted to grab the, see where I put it here. I just wanted to grab the bundle for the 2024. Before we go, the 2024, I don't know where that came from. I guess I've been here too long this morning. The 2026 Life Moments Junk Journal Kit is available. And you guys remember it comes with 2 different journals. You can get the 5.5 by 8.5 journal for $60.99. And you can get the 7 by 10 for $63.99. The price difference is just the journals. Everything else is the same. And we showed you at the beginning of the video all the cool stuff you get. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Teresa and I have both started our journals. And she's using a different journal. She got this one separately. And we have both started our journals. And Katie will be playing along also. And what we'd like to have is a album here on our Facebook page. Sorry, we can't do that on YouTube, but on our Facebook page that will have pictures, so you can see that. All right, so that's the 2026 Life Moments Junk Journal Kit, and oh my gosh! All right, let's see if we have. Whoa! I got to get a drink of water, everybody. Okay, so do we have any questions? I'm moving that out of the way. No questions. Wow. Okay, what is okay, I see a comment here. I was going. Oh, Shannon is so right. She said it's going to take the rest of our day to put all this stuff away. And I know you probably can't see everything surrounding me and on the floor behind me, but we got the rest of the day to do that. It's kind of nasty here in central Iowa this morning. It's very windy, and there's been like some snow. I don't know if they're calling them snow squalls. I don't think they're that bad, but just blowing snow and really cold. But oh, Donna thinks I broke Diane's record. Donna, I don't think so. Not quite, but it could be close. But gosh, we showed you so much product today. So we rewound from the week of all the things we've done this week. We showed you all kinds of new product, and we launched our 2026 Life's Moments Junk Journal Kit. I think we've had a good morning. I hope you guys have. We are going to be back on Monday, and Teresa's going to be here, and it's our blind date week. So Teresa will be here doing her blind date project on Monday. And if you don't have the blind date kit, I think you're still going to learn some techniques. And we're going to have some other options, other product that you might want to get that you can do the same thing with. So thank you, Janet. Thank you, Doug, for being here this morning. And thank you, all of you, for being here. And if you need anything, just give us a call. And have a great rest of your weekend.